Hi friends, my today's topic is about Shakespeare's life. William Shakespeare was born on about the 23rd April 1564 at Stafford on Avon, Warwickshire. He was the son of a prosperous tradesman of the town who is a little later became its high bailiff or mayor. Though there is no actual record of the fact, it is particularly certain that, like other Stratford boys of his class, he went to the local grammar school, an excellent institution of its kind, where he was taught Latin and arithmetic. While he never became a learned man, his few years at school thus gave him a sound education as far as it went. Financial misfortunes presently overtook his father, and when he was about 14, he was taken from school that might help the family by earning money of his own account. Of the nature of his employment, however, we know nothing. In his 19th year, he married Anne Hathaway, a woman 8 years his senior, the daughter of a well to do yeoman of the neighboring village of Shortry. This marriage was hasty and ill advised and appears to have been unhappy. Three children were born to him: Susanna and the twins Judith and Hamnet. Tradition says that meanwhile he fell into bad company and that a deer stealing escaped in the woods of Charlectod Hall obliged him to fly from home. There may not or be the truth in this story. We cannot tell. It is certain that a few years after his marriage, roughly about 1587, he left his native town to seek his fortune in London. At this time, the drama was gaining rapidly in popularity through the work of the university wits. Shakespeare soon turned to the stage and became first an actor, and then, that is, though without ceasing to be an actor, a playwright. An ill natured reference to him in a pamphlet written by Green on his deathbed shows that in 1592 he was well known as a successful author. He remained in London upwards of 20 years after this, working hard, producing on an average a couple of plays a year, and growing steadily in fame and wealth. He became a shareholder in two of the leading theatres of the time, the Globe and the Friars, and purchased poetry in Stafford and London. But the years which brought prosperity also brought domestic sorrows. His only son died in 1596, his father in 1601, his younger brother Edmund, also an actor, in 1607, his mother in 1608. Then, between 1610 and 1612, he retired to Stratford, where he had bought a house, the largest in town, known as New Place. His elder daughter had already married Dr. John Hall, who was later celebrated as a physician, on February 10th, 1616. Judith became the wife of Thomas Queeny, whose father had been one of the poet's closest friends. By this time, Shakespeare's health had broken down completely. He died on 23rd April of that year. Shakespeare's biography proves conclusively that, like Chaucer, he was no dreamer but a practical man of affairs. He reached London poor and friendless. He left it rich and respected, and his fortunes were the work of his hand. Much light is thus thrown not only upon his personal character but also upon his writing, in which great powers of creative imagination and combined with and supported by a wonderful feeling for reality, sound common sense, and a large varied familiarity with the world. Of the learning which is shown in his plays and about which so much has been written, it is enough here to say that it is not the learning of the trained and accurate scholar of a Bacon or a Ben Jonson, but was naturally accumulated by an extraordinarily assimilative mind during years of with contact with the men and books at the time when all social intercourse and all literature were alike statured with the classicism of the Renaissance. Translations gave him essay access to the treasures of ancient literature. The intellectual atmosphere of the environment in which he lived and worked was charged with new ideas and was immensely stimulating, and Shakespeare was preeminently endowed with happy faculty of turning everything that came to him to the best possible account. So we will discuss about his works in the next video. So thanks for watching.